Welcome back, Butter Babes. Today we're going to do something which has been highly requested by all you guys. And what is it? It's shortbread. It's this time of year. We might not all be getting to see each other, but we can still enjoy a little bit of New Year's shortbread. Okay, babes, the ingredients you need to get are 250 grams of plain flour, CF'd, 100 grams of corn flour, CF'd of course, 100 grams of caster sugar, a little pinch of salt, and some of your beautiful handmade butter, and it needs to be 225 grams and it needs to be room temperature. If you've never made butter before, I'll leave a little link in the description and also a little annotation up there to a previous video where I show you how to make this butter only using one hand. Remember to preheat your oven to gas mark 3 or 160 degrees C. Also, grease and line your tin, leaving extra long edges for you to easily remove the shortbread once it's cooked. The next step is now to incorporate all our dry ingredients, so the 100 grams of corn flour, the 100 grams of caster sugar, and now to start mixing. You can either mix it with a spoon, or what I like to use is a hand. Now that all those ingredients have been mixed together, we're now going to incorporate the butter into the mixture here, and then we're going to mix it together into a nice fine dough. Don't worry guys if your bench gets a little bit messy, that's the fun and the joy of cooking. Just means you get to clean up later. Once your dough starts to look like this, stop kneading it because there's nothing worse than an overworked shortbread. Now that you've got your shortbread in the tin and you've pushed it out all the way to the corners, try and make it as flat as possible, and you can use something like a spoon like this to try and remove any of the fingerprints. Remember, this isn't shop bought, so it needs to look a little bit rustic, a little bit homemade. For easy cutting of the shortbread once cooked, we're going to score the dough just now into the number of pieces that you want. So I'm just going to score it lightly with just the tip of the knife, try and do a straight line, none like this, and make it into as many pieces as you so desire. I'm just going to do a half, and then just keep halving until it looks about right. Now that you've scored your dough, we're going to need to prick each of the pieces multiple times using a fork, just like this. And remember, push it all the way down to the base of the tin. Your shortbread dough should look something like this. Don't worry about making sure you've got the right number of pricks or evenly distributed. As you'll see, each of my little pieces of shortbread are the little own special snowflake. Let's now put our shortbread dough in the oven, which has been preheating. It's going to go in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes, but if it's anything like ours, you're going to have to probably check it after 20 minutes. What we're looking for is it to be just a very light golden brown. Now for everyone's fun bit, let's start cleaning. I know that's why I started doing this. Now that our shortbread has a little touch of gold, we've removed it from the oven. Once it's removed, we're going to now add a little bit of caster sugar on top, just to give it that little bit of je ne sais quoi. Obviously, you can do it a little bit better than I can. We're going to now leave it for 20 to 30 minutes, but don't leave it too long, because we're going to cut it in the 20 to 30 minutes, which will mean when we cut it, we should get nice, even slices. If it gets too cold, it will just shatter when you cut it. Now that it's been 30 minutes, I'm going to take it out of the tray and start cutting it up. We've had a little bit of breakage, but it just shows you how crumbly the shortbread is. In the cooking process, the scoring hasn't came out as well as I would like, so we're just going to cut it into the size we want anyway. As you can see, it cuts beautifully and it really has that rustic vibe about it. really making it look homemade. Cheers butter babes, hope you've enjoyed this new recipe and I hope you've used the butter that you made previously and that the butter has added a really something special to this bake. Happy New Year guys, and I hope you have a good one. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, but most importantly hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video has been uploaded. Cheers.